Put your paws up. Give me all your money. Yes.
What happened? What was that?
Huh?
Looking for somebody I can call. Looking for the only one I can call my own.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing something that I am calling Let's Get Whiskey. So in today's video, we're going to make a cocktail and a meal. And the cocktail and the meal, when we're getting whiskey, usually have something to do with the other. They're either inspired by one another, or they just go hand in hand. And so today we are making soup dumpling lasagna, and then I am making a soju cocktail with it. Soup dumpling lasagna, I'm not sure the country of origins. It's Eastern Asian. It's East Asian. So imagine somewhere over in China, South Korea, Japan, but I did get this from a Korean influencer. I think she's Korean. I'm pretty sure she's Korean. I made this the other day and it's so good. I craving it. I wanted to make it again. And then I'm like, because I've had an idea for Let's Get Whiskey for a while, but I just, if you see movement in the background, I don't live alone. My girlfriend is back there. She's watching TV. She's having her playtime. No. But I had, this idea, but I didn't know what I wanted to make. And then it hit me. Boom. I could do a soju cocktail with it because, well, I know that it's Eastern Asian. I'm not sure. So I was thinking sake or soju, honestly. I'm not familiar with like Chinese liquors. So I'm doing a soju cocktail. All right. Before we continue on with the video, I just want to say, thank you for the likes, comments, subscribes, the views on my last video. I really appreciate it. I actually just posted that earlier today. It was my Seattle vlog. So, but we're gonna get started because it is 7 o'clock here and it's still daylight out here. It's great because we're going into midnight sun. We're going into midnight sun soon. So it's 7 o'clock and it's 7 p.m. Granted, daylight savings was today. International Women's Day is today. Deja's birthday is today. My best friend. So it's a great day. 3/8. It's a great day. But yeah, it's still bright out. I love midnight sun. It makes me feel so safe as a woman. When it's like 1 a.m. It was 1 a.m. and I was walking to the gas station to go get me a hot dog because I got off work late. I was hungry, But anyways, we're gonna move on. The ingredients that you will need for today's cocktail and for today's meal. All right, let's get started. So I probably should say the cocktail that I'm making. It's gonna be a strawberry soju cocktail. For the strawberry soju cocktail that we're making, here's my strawberries. No, we're making the strawberry puree. We do that over here. Granted, I probably could have got some strawberry puree from the store, but it has all the extra preservatives and whatnot. It's super easy to make a strawberry puree. Plus, I've gotten accustomed to making shit myself anyway, just because of my location. So we're making the strawberry puree, and yeah, I'm gonna do strawberry because. Oh wait, I did not upload that. Okay, whatever. So, I don't use, well, right now I'm just measuring from the heart until my ancestors say stop, okay? I'm using a magic bullet. Not that kind. I'm using a magic bullet though to look at these strawberries. They look so fucking good. but I'm using the magic bullet to blend this, and not the actual big blender. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pour the teensiest weensiest polka dot bikiniest amount of soju in there, just to get her so she's not in there so dry. But this is a puree. What the fuck is this? What is this? Oh, I just almost picked something out of this magic bullet that is a part of it, and that would have been my head on a stick. No, I'm just kidding. My girlfriend doesn't react that way when I break things. Okay. So boom. We have our strawberries, and let's puree this hoe. Let me just say, not that I owe anybody anything, but if you see my gray sweatpants, no, you don't. This is all y'all seeing, so we just. Now I have a time, but we're gonna. Well, let me talk before I start blending. We're about to blend our strawberries. We're putting it in the blender, and we're gonna puree that hoe. Oh yeah, okay. Look at her. She's beautiful, like me. Okay. All right, guys. So, I'm gonna get this part on camera. Maybe, I don't know. If you don't see it in here, it was too difficult for me to try to get. But we're gonna strain our puree through the strainer into our cup. And for the cocktail, you're gonna want to do, it's real easy, real simple. Equal parts of the puree, equal parts soju, and then because we love lime, a pinch of lime. If you want to add like Sprite to it, you can. I didn't get any Sprite. Womp womp, but that's okay. Yeah, this drink is pretty easy, pretty simple, and I think it's gonna be yummy. The recipe that I saw actually called for watermelon, but watermelon's not in season, and we have strawberries, so make it do what it do. Y'all, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. So should I put a little more soju in there to so it's not necessarily that it was a flop, it's just like me, the soju is too thick. So I'm just going to give her a little Ozempic. we're gonna thin her out. Shh. It's not how you make a puree, but this is a fun time. A little fun time drink. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So that was a bust, but ooh. Let my girlfriend get a bite. Again, this is my household. We're the only ones drinking this. So you can do that. But if you are cooking for other people, don't do that. Okay. Now, girl. It's working, but like at what cost? There we go. Wow. Okay, I think the easiest thing for me to do is going to be to put the mirror right here and do it. So, yeah. Oh my god. Here's the thing. I'm not done because I gotta make 2 drinks. Where are the seeds at in this slime? Growing a little worried. All right. So boom, blam. I just want to lick this cup. It looks so good. So you just want to squeeze a wedge of a lime in there. You know, if you like lime. If you don't like lime, you don't have to do it. But we like lime. What can I say? So then you want to do equal parts. Equal parts. Let me. My bartending license will get revoked.
It's your primitive is why I need number. It's your primitive is why I need number.
My bartending license would get revoked, which I actually do hold a license to bartend in the state of Illinois. I think it's still good, if I'm not mistaken, in the state of Illinois, in the state of Wyoming, Montana, California. I'm tip certified. So whatever those 5 states are that covers when I got my tip certification, those are states I can serve liquor in. So you want to do equal parts soju. I'm just going to take a shot glass and do this part because, yeah. We don't have stirrers in this house, but we do have chopsticks. Let me use this part. So you want to give it a little stir. And this is a strawberry soju, so guys, I mean, she looks cute and fruity. If you like dress this up with like fruit on it, that's a drink. Oh, that's good. All right, drinks are made. We're about to get cooking. All right, we are back to cook. We're at a different angle. So I do have my pot going already. I have a little bit of water going already. Come on, focus over here. There we go. With a steamer and a little bit of water in there already. And steamer. And a steamer, I do have it going because when I was making it the other day, because this pot's not big enough, and I'm making it for 2. I made my girlfriend's first and then I made mine. Because the water, it was already hot and everything, I realized that it like cooked better / faster. So I'm heating that up while we mix everything. So the ingredients for the soup dumpling mix, I actually have footage. You know what? So the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice wine, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of ginger. You also need lettuce and you need the dumpling wraps. I got the wonton wraps. They worked really well. I like them. The next time I go back, I'll try the gyoza ones to see what works better. We asked the guy at the little Asian mart which like where the dumpling wrappers were, and then he was like explaining it to us. And what I watched, I'm pretty sure they said wonton wrappers, but I really didn't remember. But I went with the wonton wrappers. But I will try the gyoza next time. All right. Duh, you need your meat of choice. How could I forget that? That's because I don't have it written down, but that's a given. If you're vegetarian, vegan, you know, he, she, we, they. Do you watch Mr. Never mind. Okay. The original recipe from the girl that I got the recipe from, she uses ground pork, and I didn't have ground pork. I mean, I could have got ground pork, but I really didn't want to. I use ground turkey. It works just as fine. So whatever ground meat of your choice. If you don't, if you don't have meat, then you probably just want to do, God, this thing busting. You probably just want to do whatever comes in a veggie like soup, dumpling, whatever filling is in there. You probably want to do it. I probably would do, if I did a vegetarian one, I would probably do I hate these fucking tabs that they put on the fucking meat. Who's supposed to get this open? He-Man? If I did a vegetarian one, I probably would do like whatever veggie medley that I like. The veggies that this call for it. I mean, it only calls for ginger and ginger. I'm adding garlic to mine because after I made it the other day, I was like, ooh, I should add some garlic. But I would probably do whatever veggie medley that you like, and then I would probably do something filling like a rice or something. Let me leave this right here, like a rice or something. But in your bowl, you're gonna want to mix all of your ingredients, with the exception of the wonton wrapper and the lettuce. But you just want to mix everything that I listed off. You're mixing it together in this bowl, and you're putting it together in a bowl. I don't know what you're thinking, Jasmine. You didn't say salt. I'm black. I don't understand. I didn't really list any seasonings. Really, you have to trust it. Okay. I was a little skeptical at first because it didn't call for any salt, but then I remember it did call for soy sauce. So, and then I saw a video earlier. Let's see if I could do this. I was watching a video of this guy. He had chicken bouillon. He mixed in his stuff and he crushed it with his finger. I have sensory issues, so. Ooh, okay. So fun. Oh my god, that's so great. All right, chicken bouillon. And then we're going to take a tablespoon of our brown sugar, of your hard brown sugar. Because no matter what, no matter how hard you seal it, how tight you seal it, you can put it in a literal fucking container. You can put it in a literal fucking container that has a lid. And I need to wash that top now because it has raw turkey meat juice on it. So you're gonna take your hard, rock hard brown sugar. A tip actually, if you just warm it up in the microwave, put it in the oven for a little bit, it will soften up. So you want to do a tablespoon of your hard brown sugar. That's fine. When you're gonna mix it together, but also when you steam it, it's fine. Then you want to do 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce. You want to do 1 tablespoon of rice wine. I like mirin. This is Marucanda. I have a mirin one in my pantry, but it's a sweet and tangy one, and it does taste different. It tastes different than just the regular white wine, at least to me. But anyways, you want to do 1 tablespoon of the rice wine. We have 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I just learned something the other day that I think this brand is okay, but all soy sauce is not created the same because soy sauce is made by fermenting soy, and so well, in America, it's profit over people. So they found a way to speed up the fermentation process, and so all soy sauce is not good for you, or all soy sauce is not good. There's certain brands you want to get. I forget. If I find the video that I saw that explained the difference, I will link it down below in my bio. But I forget. It's something on here. It's supposed to be a number of some sort. Baby, I don't know, but it's supposed to let you know about the soy sauce. And then we have a little sesame oil, and that's 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. You're going to do 2 tablespoons of ginger, and then I'm adding a tablespoon of garlic. That's optional. If you want to do that, you can. I don't spit, but like I've chopped all my stuff. My 2 tablespoons of minced ginger, and then I did about a tablespoon of minced garlic. All right, guys. Now we mix. She's biracial, so you can use your hand for this part. However, like I've explained to you, I have sensory issues, so I'm not doing that. But it's your life. You can live it how you want to. It smells so good. All right. So you just want to make sure that is well mixed. That's about what it looks like. Now the fun part, the layering for the lasagna. Funny story about the word lasagna. When my cousin, who I used to babysit him all the time when I was little, like I would watch him all the time. But when my cousin was a baby, he had to be like 1 or 2, and they went out to an Italian restaurant, and he wanted some lasagna, but he didn't know how to say lasagna. So he told the waitress, he was saying out loud repeatedly, "I want some vagina." So every time I hear lasagna, that's what I think of. But so then now is the fun part. You're just gonna want to layer. You do meat, your cabbage, then the gyoza wrap. Well, wonton wrap, gyoza wrap, whatever dumpling wrapper that you have. So you want to take a good amount, like so. You have to think about this. You're like, you want to do, yeah, here we go. This will not be the first time I drop the bowl tonight, but I just saved it, so. And I'll have meat on my handle. So that makes me want to kill myself. But this is the amount that I did for my first layer. You want to do what you're comfortable with. I don't like chunky, bunky stuff. So that's a good little layer. It's a good amount of meat, but it's not too much. You just want to take your pieces of cabbage and you literally layer them. This is a good size little piece. However, because I want the whole thing covered, I'm just going to take another little piece and rip it. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you can get your fucking cabbage ripped in perfect little circles, more power to you. Go ahead and just stick it straight up in the bowl. Can't get my cabbage to cooperate. Not only that, my bowl is just like this big too. Cabbages are huge. So you, okay, there we go. This is perfect. A perfect little piece of lettuce. Then you're gonna take your little dumpling wrapper. Ooh, that's 2 pieces. It reminds me of pie crust. You take your little dumpling wrapper and you just plop it. And then you're just going to, this is a lasagna. So you just want to repeat that step. I like to put my meat on and then spread it just so I can get an idea of how much meat I actually have up in there. All right, so I'm doing one more layer because that's how much can fit in this bowl. Typically 3 layers is good enough. Like that's what I did the other day and it was fine. At right now, what you're going to want to do is take, so what you're going to want to do, no, so what you're going to do is take a tablespoon of water and you put that in here. Now me, I have leftover pho broth because I made pho the other day. This is how I made it the other day too. I took leftover pho broth and I plopped that right in there. And I also put a little bit of water up in there. But on this part, I find you can add, if you want water, because we already have the chicken bouillon in there, you could do water. If you want to do chicken broth, vegetable broth, pho broth, any type of good soup broth, plop it up in there. Okie dokie. So this is it before we put it in our pot, our steamer. When I made mine, I added a little bit more than a tablespoon of the broth to it because I wanted mine more soupy. Mine was truly kind of like a soup with lasagna in it, but not like in abundance. I don't know how to explain it because the water and everything's gonna just melt together and it's gonna create its own liquid. So you don't want to do too much. But I made this the other day. So, but yeah, this is what it looks like before you put it in. And we're just going to put it right on our steamer for 20 minutes. All right, we have our pot here filled with a little bit of water and our steamer in it. And we're literally just going to put our bowl and put the lid on top. and call it a day. No, 20 minutes at a time for 20 minutes. And then we'll be back to check on the dumpling lasagna. Soup dumpling lasagna. All right, our 20 minutes are up. Our 20 minutes are up. If it looks like I changed shirts, mind your business. As I may have stated earlier, I do have sensory issues, and my sleeve got wet on my other shirt. I have to hold it with oven mitts because, well, I would burn my hand. But please don't shoot it. Look at our soup dumpling lasagna. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can. This is such a big risk for me to do today because I've dropped a bowl like thrice. But I need you to focus on the soup. Well, the chicken dumpling. I mean, not chicken. Soup dumpling soup. Soup dumpling soup. Soup dumpling lasagna. And I topped it with some chili oil, so it's been sitting and marinating for a little bit. And it's so good. And I'm gonna put oyster crackers in it. So yummy. Oh, I do have seaweed. I could put some seaweed in there. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna put some seaweed in here. I'm gonna put my oyster crackers. And it's gonna be so good. The bowl is hot as fuck. Hot as fuck. So when you take it out the steamer, you just want to use an oven mitt. And I'm gonna put this on a plate and I'm about to eat it up. I'm about to eat it. I'ma eat it.
That's you. I'ma eat it. Ah!
Okay, I'm about to eat it and finish the rest of my drink. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a like, a comment if you enjoyed it. Are you gonna try it? A subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and if you enjoyed it, a share because it's free. It's also International Women's Day, and it might be misogynistic if you don't. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye bye.